Hey folks, this is a little bit of everything 52. Welcome to the channel. It's been quite a while since I've done a reaction. Numerous things have happened to me. This topic has gained a lot of traction, especially after the Venezuelan attack and getting Nicolas Maduro back to the United States. It seems that there are people now saying that the United States has used new types of weapons, supersonic weapons, or as they're called, sonic weapons. I think supersonic because when I hear that, I think of when you listen to a plane and it breaks the sound barrier. This is from Instagram from a gentleman, Mike Netter. This account is from a Venezuelan security guard loyal to Nicolas Maduro, and it's absolutely chilling. It explains a lot about what the tone across Latin America has suddenly changed. On the day of the operation, the security guard states, "We didn't hear anything coming. We were on guard. But suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any word or explanation. The next thing we saw were drones. A lot of drones flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react. After those drones appeared, some helicopters arrived, but they were very few. I think barely 8 helicopters. From those helicopters, soldiers came down, but a small number of them, maybe 20 individuals. But those soldiers were technologically very advanced. They didn't look like anything we have fought against before. Now listen to that. These are people that have fought before, and this is unlike anything they have ever been equipped to deal with. The guard says it was a massacre. We were hundreds, but we had no chance. They were shooting with such precision and speed. It seemed like each soldier was firing 300 rounds a minute. We couldn't do anything. No help at all. It wasn't just the weapons. At one point, they launched something. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly, I felt my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the noses. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move. They were paralyzed. Those 20 men had no casualties, killed hundreds of us. We had no way to compete with their technology, with their weapons. I swear I've never seen anything like it. We couldn't even stand up after the sonic weapon or whatever it was. Without a doubt, he goes on to say, "I'm sending a warning to anyone who thinks they can fight the United States. They have no idea what they are capable of. After what I saw, I never want to be on the other side of that again. They are not to be messed with." It goes on to say that Trump has Mexico on his list. And will the situation change in Latin America? The guard states definitely. Everyone is already talking about this. No one wants to go through what we went through. Now everyone is thinking twice. What happened here is going to change a lot of things, not just in Venezuela, but throughout the region. This is downright scary. This explains why Trump is so confident in doing what he's doing. There's another article I just discovered because I wanted to research this a little more. Granted, what I just read came from Instagram. This is actually from MSN.com and Fox News. They're saying the U.S. used sonic weapon on Venezuelan troops. Reports was shared by Levitt, who claims this. This is a viral story, as I stated. They're talking about the man who witnessed the U.S. operation to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. States that the U.S. used sonic weapons during the mission to encapsulate opposing forces. White House Secretary Caroline Levitt shared the eyewitness interview on X, encouraging her followers to read the statement. The witness in this interview, which I'm assuming is the security guard that was mentioned on Instagram, claims to be a guard who was serving at the Caracas military base where the U.S. captured Maduro. So now we know he was a guard and he was at the Caracas military base. He states we were on guard. Our radar system shut down. That was previously mentioned without any explanation. We saw drones. We didn't know how to react. The witness described roughly 20 U.S. soldiers deploy out of 8 helicopters. Now think about that. 8 helicopters, but only 20 soldiers. What were they carrying that was so big, maybe, that they needed 8 choppers to carry 20 men? You could possibly put 20 men on one chopper if it was big enough. What else were they carrying that made them win this operation and get Nicolas Maduro? They were technologically advanced, the guard states. As I said previously, they didn't look like anything we fought against before. The guard continues to say we were hundreds, but had no chance. And here's the part that's really standing out. It felt like each soldier was firing 300 rounds a minute. So we're talking about weapons that are backed by sonic technology and can shoot so hard when it hits the target is obliterated. This is insane. The witness says the U.S. deployed some sort of sonic weapon against the Venezuelan forces. At one point they launched something, I don't know how to describe it, he said. It was an intense sound wave. Suddenly I felt my head was exploding from the inside. This is another thing that's interesting. The soldiers were bleeding from their nose. Some of them was vomiting blood. I mentioned that earlier. They fell to the ground. They were completely incapacitated. Almost like they were poisoned in a way, or they were hit with something so badly it disrupted their internal organs. They couldn't even stand up. Crazy. There were 20 soldiers, there were no casualties, and they killed hundreds of us. Hundreds. We had no way to compete with their technology or their weapons. Wow. It goes on to say the White House has not responded to Fox News. And whether Caroline Leavitt's post is confirmation or not. The Pentagon did not immediately respond either. And they're not going to. You know, if you have weapons like this, you're not going to say, hey, look at what we got. This is very, very alarming. This tells me this is why President Trump is confident in what he's doing. And now he's going after Greenland next. Basically, these soldiers thought they were going to be fighting regular soldiers, and they were fighting something they were completely unprepared for. It's amazing anyone is alive. If these description and facts are accurate, we have something that no one has ever seen before. Crazy. Well, folks, that was my reaction. I'm going to leave the links to both of these articles from Instagram, MMSN/Fox in the description below. I hope you enjoyed it. Feels good to be reacting again, especially after the 2 months of stuff I went through. And I will see you in the next one. And if you can, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. It's all welcome. Take care. God bless.